because it seems that there is a hunting season for Russian A-50s in Ukraine every February, and in the wake of already the second such loss within a month, there are a lot of questions in the style of how many Beriev A-50 SRDLO aircrafts are left in Russia. So, okay, let's check. To start with, back in the 80s and 90s, precisely from 85 to 93, a factory in Tashkent, which is now in Uzbekistan, it manufactured a total of 3 prototypes, boards 10, 15 and 20. And 24 operational A-50s, so boards from 30 to 53. And here you can see the earliest photos, one of the earliest photos of any A-50 taken by the Swedish Air Force in 1986 over the Baltic Sea. Over the following 20 years, so after they produced this 24 vanilla A-50, multiple upgrade projects were announced, including A-50U, then A-50N, then another one more A-50U, then at last the A-100, which is their latest project. As usually, Russians excelled in planning and announced it, not so much in execution, indeed, except for this second A-50U project, this new one. Next to nothing of this came into being, and now they finding photos of vanilla non-upgraded A-50s is getting harder by the day. So if one finds any, it seems to that the aircraft in question, they are worn out, have not been moved, and they became already a rarity about 10 years ago. They are just putting on some kind of a airfield and forgotten. So board 30, it seems to have been used for training purposes at least around 2010. The fate unclear, is it operational or not. Board 44, fate unclear. Board 46, fate unclear. Board 50, it might still be operational, and it was even claimed as shot on January 14 of this year, and there is a confusion which one was shot. Was it board 50, this one, or board 37, the upgraded one. Board 51 might still be operational, and last photos were from around 2008, and board 52 was converted to A-100 prototype, and we will speak about this prototype a bit later. And you can see this board 50, which was claimed to be shot down on January 14 of this year. So, Soviets also manufactured a single Il-976, and it looks like A-50, but this is actually a civilian derivative. It is used for, or it was used for, monitoring test flights in Zhukovsky, and this one was last seen in 2017, so 7 years ago. So what its status now? It is not known. So then there are upgraded variants, A-50Us, and this upgrade was originally initiated in 1999. Then it was cancelled, then it was relaunched in 2000, and all in all, this A-50U project came forward very slowly. And the essence of the project was they took the vanilla A-50 airframe and they overhauled it by installing some modern processors, flat screen displays, and these flat screen displays improved the resolution of the radar pictures, the speed of processing, and increased the total number of targets that aircraft could track at once, and it is increased from 45 to 150 targets, so more than 3 times. And the first one was board 37, rolled out in 2005, but it served as a prototype, and it was used as prototype for this project. And actually it was handed over to WKS only in 2014, so 9 years after it was actually rolled out. And then it was followed by and this board 37, it is one of these two boards that it is not clear which one was shot down on January 14 of this year. So we can see that there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boards upgraded. Board 33 should be in service. Board 37 was shot down. Board 41 should be in service, nicknamed Taganrog. Board 42 was reportedly shot down on February 23 of this year, several days ago. Board 43 was damaged on February 25 of last year. So this is one that was damaged in Belarus, when it was on the airfield, and then the drone came and exploded on top of this radar dome and damaging the radar of this aircraft, and then this aircraft was sent back to Russia. So, and board 45 should be in service, board 47 it should be in service. And this is this A-50U board 43 seen at Mikulichi Air Base in Belarus in February 2023. This is the one that was damaged. This was the most fresh, upgraded, handed over to the WKS. It was handed in early 2022, and in less than 1 year it was damaged by Ukrainian drone while in airfield in Belarus. So then one more upgrade project came. It was called A-100. So in 2006, Russian Ministry of Defense contracted the Vega Group for another upgrade. It was called A-100, codename Premier. This project consumed one of the older vanilla A-50. It was board 52. And it was converted into the first prototype A-100, which was also the first example of to have this additional radar dome above the cockpit, like here on this photo. So there were 3 prototypes built. One was built out of the older A-50, which was converted, and also 2 other prototypes were based on Il-76 MD-90A with the number 78651 and 78652. The project then stalled. Then it was reorganized in 2013, and the first flights of the prototypes were undertaken in 2017. 7 years ago, and it was announced that the new type would enter service in 2020, but apparently by now it is not yet operated by WKS. But one thing, in April 2021, an aircraft with call sign 78651 was apparently monitored on flight radar 24, while apparently shadowing the flight of Global Hawk reconnaissance drone over the Black Sea. So most likely Russians use this opportunity to test the new toy. So conclusions. The WKS is unlikely to still have any operational A-50S, the older one, not upgraded. Out of 7 A-50U known to have entered service, 5 might still be operational if board 43 was meanwhile repaired. So board 43, this one that was damaged 1 year ago in Belarus. Out of 3 A-100 prototypes known to have been constructed, none is confirmed as in service with the WKS, but nobody says that Russians are not going to employ them or press them into operations, into service. So, bottom line, the WKS is likely to still have a total of 7 to 8 A-50Us and A-100s combined on hand. So, meaning right now they have 4 or 5 A-50Us, and if need be, they might also press into service 3 more A-100s. So, arguably, after 2 years of intensive operations over Ukraine, availability of remaining A-50Us is rumored to be low. And that said, even at best times early during the war, Russians never deployed them the way NATO would do so. They never kept 2, 3, 4 5 aircraft airborne and on station for 24/7. This is simply not the way the WKS operates, and instead they were deployed to improve the protection of zones of special interest. Early on, this was in support of major heliborne operations in the Kiev and Voznесensky area, and lately this was to bolster the air defenses of the Crimean Peninsula. Also, they are used to support specific large-scale operations of the tactical aviation, like supporting airstrikes in the Avdiivka area. And I would like to say that when the last one on February 23 was shot down, they have to cancel the flight and the operations of 5 other fighter bomber aircrafts that were were supposed to work with cooperation with this A-50U that was shot down on February 23. So, okay, so right now they have from 7 to 8 operational A-50 and A-100 and no more. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and Slava Ukraini!